driving past, I can already see it's downtown. We're just going to wait for the gate to shut around here, so that are just animal life or any land animal, and that's obviously really good for spotting predators.
Oh, it always crossed the road.
So they don't normally sit down in the wild. It's rare you'll see them doing this because it's so hard for them to get back up.
Get a photo. Oh, see them there? Look, he's scratching his bottom. Oh, look at him. See, What's over here? Look, there's one right here near the bus. Is he there? Oh, he's gone from my side. He just went to just moving down. There's one here, Jack.
One furthest back is Marquez, great grandmother, and then the two on the left.
So we'll go and then maybe we can go to the pool.
all kinds of cuisines. So like the favorite is meatballs, like in the supermarket. But because she's a chef, she gets canned food sometimes. She gets beef, goat.